I burned my life, that I might find a passion wholly of the mind, thought divorced from eye and bone, ecstasy come to breath alone. I broke my life, to seek relief from the flawed light of love and grief. With mounting beat the utter fire charred existence and desire. It died low, ceased its sudden thresh. I found unmysterious flesh, not the mind's avid substance, still passionate beyond the will. The Alchemist by Louise
Greetings,
Bogan.
friends. Welcome to the Pen Tool Podcast. My name is Al Wayman, owner of Creek Road Pottery in Laceyville, Pennsylvania, next to the cold Tuscarora Creek. Pull up a chair around the wheel as we discuss topics concerning the art and craft of pottery, good books, storytelling, marketing, and creating work that matters for folks who care.
Greetings, friends. Welcome to the Pen Tool Podcast. This is Season 4, Episode 11. And I'm sitting outside on the deck, and it's evening, nice and cool. The peepers are out. You can hear a dog, a lone dog barking in the distance. It's kind of what I enjoy about the country. So the last 2 weeks have been pretty amazing, and it's been a whirlwind. I had the show, Earth Tones. We titled it down at the Slanted Art Gallery on the 20th, Friday night, and I was able to get 10 raku pots out, fairly large raku pots out for that show. It turned out really beautiful. I fired, I think, 14, and I lost a few. Raku is a crazy process, and so some of them get cracks, and I can't put the cracked ones in. I give them to friends to use as planters, and they enjoy them very much, the cracked ones. But I had a really nice show. It was a lot of fun, and I shone with the landscape painter Chris Laythorpe, and she was there, and we had a fun night at the opening. And I took my guitar, and I strummed, and I played in where the work was. I kind of was worried that people would stay out where the food was. So I played some music, and then some people were like, hey, let's do a sing-along. And two of the ladies at the gallery knew how to play spoons, which was amazing. And so they clicked the spoons, and I played some old-timey songs, and we had a sing-along. And I think what I'll do is I'll post that sing-along, a section of it, at the end of this, because it was a whole lot of fun, and it felt like a really close-knit, small-town gallery community feeling, right? All the stuff I'm about. So after that, I came home, and the next day, we had a kiln build, and it was very hot. So not too many people came. My friend Mike came all the way up from Dillsburg, PA, that's down near Gettysburg. So he came up for the day. He had family to stay with up here, but he came down for a couple hours, and we moseyed about and piddled. Nothing too strenuous. We got the retaining wall, which is the wall that's going to hold the arch, that the arch will go against. So that is next to the firebox. So the firebox is 75% completed. We got the bricks cut for the intake through the firebox. Then we cut the blocks for the retaining wall, put that in, and then we cut the blocks for the wall that the arch will go on. And we put in the base that the arch will go on. So the arch is ready to be constructed. I need to go out and be sure that I can find the correct bricks. And that's going to be important. So it's been really hot. We've got loads of rain, though, between the hot spells. The grass has grown like crazy. A friend came over and mowed my lawn. I pay him to do it. because the thought of just driving around in circles on my day off does not appeal to me at all. So he did the lawn, and I did some trimming with the weed whacker, and then I ended up taking a little break because it was just the Tuscarora Creek has been fairly full because of the rain. We got some pretty decent rain today, and we had thunderstorms break out, and then it got really hot, but it was enough to fill up the creek. And it's a beautiful sound down back. And also today I was invited to see some friends from high school. They had some people come in, some friends come in from Colorado. And so some of these people I haven't seen for 18 years. They invited me down to the town restaurant. We had lunch together, talked about old-timey times, laughed, and had a really nice time. And there, I also made some connections, because some of these people still live local, and possibly there may be in the works. The lady is in charge of tree hab for 3 different counties, and so there may be in the works pottery classes or art classes that I can do. So we're going to talk more about that because it's part of a community development project. So not only do I have the kiln as a community building project, but I also can do maybe, possibly something in tree hab, an old friend. So that's kind of exciting. And so I'm looking forward to developing that more. So in this episode, we're going to talk about letting go back. Could be sunk costs, could be a lot of different things, right? And we're going to go over adapting mindset to respond to the challenges with curiosity rather than, right? So we're going to try to let go of our fear. And maybe there's something, a project or a commitment that you had that you could drop, right? We'll talk about that. So this will be part 6 of the 12-step program combined with the artist. And Amelia, the chatbot, she has off tonight. Sunday night, she had things to do. So we're going to do this on our own, and I'm sure it'll be just as pleasant. So go get a coffee, and we'll meet right back here on the back porch of the Pottery Shed, and we will talk about letting go of what's holding you back. I'll see you then. Greetings, friends. Welcome back. Pull up a chair on the pottery porch. There's always room. There's always room. And get your coffee. And this is week 6 of our 12-step program combined with Artist's Way, week 6. We're going to be talking about let go of what's holding you back. And the focus is going to be release unproductive habits and open space for growth. And a lot of times that can be challenging, right? Because we may do things that we might not even realize. So when we're throwing, we might set up a camera and watch ourselves throw, record ourselves, watch ourselves throw, watch ourselves with the sound off, right? And you can see all the little ticks and all the little things that you might do that are wasted movements, maybe extra movements that doesn't add to opening the form or throwing the form at all. It just takes up space. And so those are the little things that you could do. Also habits with time management. So there's always a demand for our attention, and it crushes me. Like even this podcast sometimes is a demand for my attention, right? Some of those things we go to escape, right? We go to wasting time to escape because we fear the blank page, the blank canvas, and the blank wheel. So Seth Godin says there's no such thing as writer's block. There's just fear of bad writing. Fear of not having an idea right. So the blankness can hold you back. So the trick is to start. If you start, the muse will help you. If you start, she's there waiting for you, but you have to start. If you just show up, it's fine to show up, but you need to start a thing, right? Because showing up to the race doesn't do you any good if you don't at least step off or start the first little jog, right? Even if you're not a runner. So plenty of people go the whole way. They will show up at the wheel, they'll show up at the canvas, show up at the blank page, but nothing will get done because they didn't take the first action to make the first line, to write the first letter, the first word on the page, to center the first little ball of clay on it, or to form out the first little slab, right? So the idea and the mental strategy is to have mental flexibility. So you're going to try to adapt your mindset to respond to challenges with curiosity instead of resistance. So rather than saying, oh, that's terrible, maybe you should switch it up and say, oh, that's interesting. I want to learn more about that. So it's easier said than done, right? Like all this stuff that I'm saying. So a few things that you can do is you can write a let go list. So think about what habits or tasks or fears that no longer will serve you, right? And you write them down. And then look them over and try to work on eliminating those out of your habits and trying to put yourself on a new direction out of curiosity rather than having resistance. And then you can even journal about it. And then that can lead to how the adaptions of these new things lead to creative breakthroughs, right? So it doesn't have to be a huge thing. It could be a small thing that adds up. If you use your phone an hour less each week, that's after 7 days, that's 7 hours that you weren't on your phone. You were doing something else, right? So another thing you could do is drop one draining product or commitment, right? So we can never say no, some of us, right? We're always trying to do the right things. We're always trying to make people happy. But saying no sometimes is very empowering, right? So what about a product that you make that it's very time consuming? The opportunity cost is way more than you would ever get if you would pay. Or what is that one difficult customer that you're going to do the custom order for? Like, are you picking the right people? Because if you pick better customers, you'll make better work, right? So maybe a custom order is draining you. So once you figure out the habits that you want to eliminate, the product you want to eliminate, or the commitment you want to eliminate, replace it with an activity that's more aligned with your core values, your guiding principles, and your mission statement, right? So that's what you could do, and kind of see where things go from there. Because we all do things, right, that hold us up. We all do things that hold us back. Some things hold us back, and we don't even realize what might be holding us back. So, I would encourage everybody to think about what's holding you back, have the mental flexibility, and proceed with curiosity. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and I appreciate everybody who listens to this podcast, and you all are wonderful people, and hopefully you're making some good work. Until next time, friends, take care and happy potting.